Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we are doing the NFL Week 8 predictions. Yes, we are into Week 8 of the NFL, and man, it has been a crazy football season this year. And we're just going to get straight into this because you had a lot of things happen this week. Deshaun Watson out for the year. You had DeAndre Hopkins just now going to the Chiefs, as I seen earlier today, and it's just crazy, man. Godwin, Mike Evans out for a while, and a lot of things happened this week, and we're gonna get straight into it for Thursday Night Football tomorrow. The first game you got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Rams in LA. The Vikings, they came up short against the Lions. Sam Darnold looked good. Looks like the Vikings might be legit this year. Their defense has had good games. They had a bad game against the Lions as they let up 31 points. And Jake Bates beat them just by a field goal. If he would have missed it, the Vikings would have won. And the Vikings, they're playing for real. Their defense is just playing really good except for that game, and their offense is actually staying really efficient, so that's good for them. The other team we got the Rams, which they barely got over the Raiders. Kyren Williams, he played really efficient football. Matthew Stafford didn't look that good in that last week, but man, the Rams do not look to be having good news as Cooper Kupp looks like he might get traded in this trade deadline. The Bengals, they might make the move, man. They might make this move. I would hope the Bengals get Cooper Kupp because I've seen some stuff in the news about it. He's still a good wide receiver. Puka Nacua, the Rams, honestly, it's sad for the Rams right now. They're just waiting for Puka Nacua to come back just so they can have a receiver. And Matthew Stafford is aging, and Tyler Johnson was their leading receiver last week with like 57 yards. I am going to take the Vikings in this game, though. The Rams are really missing their receivers right now. Matthew Stafford can still play, even without his receivers, but it's going to be hard to win. So I'm taking the Vikings here, and their defense is really good against some receivers. They don't get all the targets they do. So I am going to take the Vikings to win 27-19. I think even with Stafford under center, I think he's going to still manage to get the Rams some points. But I don't think they're going to come out with the win against the Vikings. The Vikings have been playing really good football. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next game, you got Ravens at the Browns, which the Ravens, man, that game against the Buccaneers, they had a slow start, and then Lamar Jackson decided to throw a 5-touchdown game again. Derrick Henry, man. Derrick Henry just running all over the Buccaneers. He had a receiving touchdown. And Derrick Henry, he just keeps on showing the Titans. Just keeps making the Titans trade look bad. Or Titans letting him go look bad. And yeah, they're looking to have a dominant win against the Browns again. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns, they've lost Deshaun Watson for the season. I just don't know. The Cleveland Browns, I guess it's time to move on from him anyways. If you're a Browns fan, you would hope he quits football. And it's kind of sad how they were cheering about him getting injured in that Bengals game. And it's just like, wow, I was surprised too. But then again, he's played terrible. It's not cool to make fun of somebody getting hurt, even if it could have been like a death injury or like he could have went to cardiac arrest, and I don't think the Browns fans would have done that. Then, if they did, holy crap, it'd be horrible. But I am gonna take the Ravens here. I still do believe in the Browns defense. They gave the Bengals some troubles. The Browns defense is always really good. They have Nick Chubb to lean on a little bit. They're going to be starting Jameis Winston against the Ravens, so that should be interesting. Jameis Winston might get them some wins, but the Browns, other than that, the Browns season's pretty much done, so just see what you got in your other guys, and yeah, just keep on wasting Myles Garrett and Nick Chubb's talent and potential to take them to the Super Bowl. So I'm going to take the Ravens 23-13. Just because I like the Browns' defense to keep it a little bit closer than expected. They should be able to try to stop Derrick Henry. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next game, you got Titans at Lions. The Titans. Oh, man. The Titans. They got their butts kicked against the Bills, which they were holding their own in that, in the first half. And then they completely just collapsed. I mean, it was over after that. I mean, Mari Cooper, everybody cooked them on the Bills. I mean, James Cook, Davis Allen. Or Ray Allen. I forgot his name, honestly. I forgot what his name was. Ray Davis, I think. But yeah, everybody cooked him. Keon Coleman had a good game against their defense. Mason Rudolph played okay in fishing football. But yeah, they just couldn't get anything going in the second half. So there's that. So, and then the Lions, Jake Bates got them the game-winning field goal. The Lions, they had all them questions about having Aiden Hutchinson being out for the year. There's going to be a lot of questions, and they just came out really strong. They're trying to win for Hutch now. And, yeah, Titans, they just lost DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs as well. So their offense just even got, their offense got even worse. So I'm going to take the Lions anyways. 26-6. 26-6. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty ugly for the Titans. I mean, they cannot, their offense is just bad. Will Levis is not playing good football. Mason Rudolph can only do so much on the field when he's only got like 2 receivers that barely catch the ball ever. So, I am taking the Lions there to win that game. Next game, you got Cardinals at Dolphins. The Cardinals, they beat the Chargers in kind of an ugly game. Kyler Murray did have that big running touchdown there. James Conner played good. Kyler Murray had kind of like a very, very, very below average game. Still got the win though, which all that mattered. Their defense played pretty well, stopping the Chargers to 5 field goals, but yet Chargers offense is always questionable every week. So there's that. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, they blew it against the Colts. They blew my pick. Thanks a lot, Dolphins. I mean, it's crazy. They just lost to the Colts. I mean, Anthony Richardson looked not that good against them. Tyler Huntley, he only had 87 passing yards. He threw a touchdown. All of Tyler Huntley's receptions was to Jonnu Smith. Like, dude, what? That's just crazy. It was all to Jonnu Smith. And that's just sad. Dolphins, they really are waiting for Tua to come back. I am going to take the Cardinals in this game. It shouldn't be that close of a game. I'm going to take them 10-24. Kind of a close game, but not at the same time. Maybe Dolphins score a late touchdown or a late field goal or something like that. And yeah, Cardinals should definitely be able to win this game. If Kyler Murray has a good game here, I think he should have a better game than what he did last week. So that should get them the win. Cardinals, if they go 4-4, don't be surprised. Next game, you got the Jets at Patriots. The New York Jets sold my pick against the Steelers once again, and honestly, this is terrible. The Jets, they got Davante Adams. Their offense still looked pitiful. Aaron Rodgers is just not playing good football right now, dude. I even said if he plays average, they'll get some wins, but they are just not winning with him. He's playing below average at the best, and it's kind of sad. You kind of question, is this the right move? Is it the right move to be having Aaron Rodgers after this season? Are you going to still carry on? We just got to see what he can do after the season. I don't think you should be talking like all that, like I was saying. Yeah, just screw what I said, but, it's just like, I'm like over Aaron Rodgers right now. He's just not playing good football, and I'm going to give him another week to play with Davante Adams. We'll see what they can do. Meanwhile, the Patriots, Drake May looked pretty decent against the Jacksonville Jaguars, but they couldn't come up with the win. They came up short against the Jaguars. I think it was 25-16, and it's just kind of sad. I mean, New England, you kind of just want to see what your QB is this season. Nothing too big here. I am gonna take the Jets here. This is if they lose to the Patriots, it's probably the last time I'm taking the Jets. I'm gonna take them 27-14. Maybe Drake may throw some touchdowns here. Maybe Aaron Rodgers can get Devontae Adams going early, or something like that. Who knows? I'm taking the Jets. Watch this pick go horribly wrong too. Hopefully it doesn't. But I'm gonna take the Jets to win this football game. As the next game, you got Falcons at Buccaneers. The Falcons, they got destroyed by the Seahawks. Kirk Cousins did not. I mean, he played. His passing yards were decent. He threw a touchdown, but he threw 2 interceptions, which were costly. The Seattle's defense was a little bit too much for them. Brian Robinson had a good game. Drake London had a good game. It's just they had their stats look pretty good. I just wonder what else happened in this game. I didn't see really much in this game that happened. I saw like one snap of football in this game, and it was like that Seattle touchdown to DK Metcalf, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it. On the other side, the Buccaneers, they potentially lost Chris Godwin for the year as they kept him in the game even when you weren't going to come back against the Ravens. You know, that was just, I don't know why they did that. And they also lost Mike Evans till like week 11, I think they said. And man, they just lost their 2 big receivers. McMillan's going to have to step up. Trey Palmer's going to have to step up. And then I don't even know who the heck is their 5th string receiver. I don't even know anymore. I don't know who their fifth string receiver is. He's gonna have to step up, whoever that is. The runs game's gonna have to step up. Baker Mayfield did not play that well against the Ravens, but they played garbage time pretty well. Even though garbage time didn't matter because they weren't gonna come back in that game. It was a cool little touchdown though when that big guy got the football. That was a cool play. Other than that, I don't see the Buccaneers really giving the Falcons many problems, even with losing them. I do think Baker should be able to put up points though, even without them. But it's gonna be really hard to win games without them. So I'm gonna take the Falcons here, 30-17. Yeah, the Buccaneers, man, it's gonna be a rough. You're gonna really hope for Mike Evans to at least come back sooner than later because it's going to be really bad if he doesn't because, yeah, losing your 2 big guys like that is just not good. And you just hope that McMillan steps up and turns into like a Mike Evans or something. It's possible, but not likely. Next game, you got Packers at Jaguars. The Packers beat Houston. Their defense gave C.J. Stroud so many problems as they actually looked really good against the Texans. They sacked him 4 times. They gave C.J. Stroud so many problems. The run defense, though, they let Joe Mixon run all over the place. He had 2 touchdowns and 115 yards rushing. Jordan Love still throwing some costly picks. And, honestly, Jordan Love is giving Brett Favre vibes, dude. He's playing like Brett Favre, almost, kind of in a way. Throwing a lot of interceptions, but throwing a lot of touchdowns at the same time. And it's kind of crazy. The Packers found their other QB, and it's just like, oh my, man. The Packers just have insane luck. Taking on the Jaguars, which they beat the Patriots in London. It wasn't the prettiest game for them, but they had that really cool kick return for a touchdown against the Patriots. And then Take Bigsby. Take Bigsby's actually played pretty good. Trevor Lawrence had an efficient game like usual. He's played efficient this season, but he's also made some costly stuff happen, which is why they're in this hole right now. And honestly, I was about to take the Jaguars to try to be a good team here for once. I am going to keep it a close game, even if I don't take them. So I am going to take the Packers here 20-16 against the Jaguars. Let's see if their defense can do something. I think Jacksonville's defense is going to give them some problems. Something tells me this is a weird football game in Jacksonville. But I am going to take the Packers to come on top. Maybe come up with a late touchdown to win the game or something. I don't know. just something fishy about this Jacksonville and Packers game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next, you got the Colts at the Texans. The Colts came up with the win against the Dolphins. Tyler Goodson ran efficient. Michael Pittman had some good catches. Anthony Richardson played really mid in that game. I honestly don't know how they came up with the lead, because I don't watch every single football game at the same time. I was watching the Bengals game at 1 o'clock, and then I watched the Chiefs game, or some of the Chiefs game, and that's pretty much it. I didn't watch really what happened in this game, but judging by stats, they didn't play that good. The Texans, on the other hand, C.J. Stroud threw a career low at passing yards, 86 yards passing. Kind of similar to like the one where Joe Burrow had to play Cleveland last year, week 1, and it was rainy, and it was all kinds of bad stuff. Bad stuff happened in that game. And I actually went to that game for the first time, and of course Burrow had to only throw 82 passing yards. That was just sad, bro. That was sad for my first game, but at least it was a good experience to see what a football game would be like. And yeah, man, you got the yeah, you just got this is an interesting game. I think the Texans should bounce back here from the Packers. The Colts are not a very good football team yet. They're 4-3 somehow. They remind me of the Cleveland Browns of last year. But don't think they're gonna get the job done against Texans. Anthony Richardson is just playing pretty miserable passing wise. I think he's doing okay on the runs, but yeah, his passing has just not been good this year, and we haven't seen much of Anthony Richardson. Hopefully he progresses to be a better quarterback than what he is right now. And I am going to take the Texans 34-21. Maybe the Colts score a late touchdown or something with a backups or something in. I don't know. Probably this is going to be a dominant game, 34-21. Texans win there. Next, we got the Eagles at Bengals. The Eagles, Saquon Barkley, destroying his old former team. 176 yards rushing against the Giants with a touchdown. And A.J. Brown also had a touchdown. He was having a good game against the Giants. Jalen Hurts playing very efficient football. Not a good game from him, but played okay and decent. He had a rushing touchdown, I believe, in that game too, or two of them. And yeah, the Eagles, they're kind of starting to find their footing just a little bit, but they're also still not getting the explosive plays that you're used to having all the time. Devontae Smith is having a down year right now, and they're going against the Bengals, which they've been really efficient on the defense for the past 2 weeks, playing really good defensive football. The offense, we beat the Browns 21-14. The offense still kind of struggling a little bit. They struggled against the Giants. They kind of struggled against the Browns. 2 good fronts. The pass rush was really getting to Burrow. They sacked him a bunch of times, but they still wasn't able to come away with the win. The Bengals with a better team there, and we finally, Burrow finally accomplished everything in his career. He beat Cleveland, well, except for winning a Super Bowl, but he's going to do that this year, hopefully. And they stopped Nick Chubb, 11 carries, 22 yards. They did give that touchdown up, but I mean, it didn't really matter much because Deshaun Watson got hurt, DTR got hurt, all kinds of craziness happened in that game on the Browns. And yeah, that's just it. Now, this game is giving me some 49ers Bengals vibes from last year. Remember when we won 34-20, I believe the score was? It's kind of giving me those vibes in Paycor Stadium here, or in the Bengals Stadium. Because it's just like a weird game, you know. You just wonder what the defense is going to look like against the Eagles now. You know, they've went against some bad offenses and performed well. The offense hasn't performed well against the bad offenses or really good defenses. And this is kind of a mixture of both. You kind of get a good defense from the Eagles, although they have not been playing pretty good football, but they played good last week. Their offense has been okay this year. They're 4-2. I mean, I'm gonna take the Bengals here. 31-17. Maybe the defense still continues to play better. That's what we're all hoping. The Bengals really should try to get Cooper Kupp though. Burrow, he's probably gonna have a good game here. I think they're gonna bounce back on offense and defense, get themselves back on track, get themselves to 500. And the Bengals, never doubt them when they're 1-3 or 0-3 or 0-2 or whatever. You could doubt them all you want at them times, but when they come back, they are that football team. And I think they're gonna get the W here against the Eagles. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Next game, you got the Saints at Chargers. Oh yeah, also before we talk about that, W. Charlie Jones for that 100-yard kick return for a touchdown. That really helped us win that game. But anyways, next you got the Saints at Chargers. The Saints, yeah, they didn't look good against their old former coach, Sean Payton. Yikes, they looked really bad. Derek Carr is not coming back. Shaheed is out for the year, I think. And yeah, the Saints are kind of dookie. Just like we all are, just like I expected. I might still have a chance of getting my 3-14 record with them, or 4-13 record, or whatever it was for them. If they continue to play like this, they're starting Spencer Rattler, I believe, again. And yeah, the Saints, they're just a bad football team right now. They don't have all their pieces that they used to. And they were only good for those first 2 weeks. And Dallas is not very good right now, and neither is Carolina. So there you guys go with that. They had a good 2-0 start. They've lost all their games ever since. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Chargers, they could not beat the Cardinals. It looked like Herbert had a good game. Will Disley definitely had a good game against the Cardinals. Other than that, the offense, the Chargers offense, it's just all about who is going to be that playmaker on the offense. Who is it going to be? Yes, we know they can run the football all they want. But you're not going to be able to run the football all the time. I mean, just look at all the other teams. Some of these teams you can't run the football unless you're the Ravens. But yeah, you're just not going to be able to run the football if you can't pass. So, if you cannot run the football, passing game has to open up and somebody has to come up big is what I mean. So, and I've just not seen that yet. So, but I am going to take the Chargers. They have better players, better quarterback, better coach, better everything than the Saints. Probably low-scoring game because I don't know who's going to be that playmaker on the Chargers. I need to see more trust come out the Chargers. As of now, I am going to take them to get back to a 4-3 record. Hopefully they get some things on track here. Taking them to win 20-9. Maybe Saints kick some garbage time field goals or something. A lot of garbage time stuff happening, but other than that, I don't think the Saints are going to really do much against the Chargers. They're really banged up football team. They don't got all their pieces. They're not as good as they used to be. Next game, you got Bills at Seahawks. The Buffalo Bills acquiring Amari Cooper, and Josh Allen already loves his target as he had a touchdown against the Titans. And the Bills are starting to finally come together. Ray Davis has played good. What a story he has for the NFL. James Cook came back. They're kind of getting healthy now. Khalil Shakir, I don't remember if he played in that game. I think he did. But, I mean, everybody's pretty much healthy on the Bills, and they're just ready to get going here. They're ready to keep on steamrolling teams, and meanwhile, the Seahawks, they destroyed the Falcons. Their defense actually showed up. Their offense actually played really good, and that's what you see out the Seahawks. And honestly, I don't know who's going to win that NFC West division. Currently, the 49ers are really banged up. Ayuk is out for the season. McCaffrey doesn't look like he's going to be coming back anytime soon. Well, it should be soon, but not as soon as we thought. And Jordan Mason, I don't know. I don't even know if he's hurt. I don't remember if he played. Brock Purdy hasn't been playing the best of football. And that's pretty much it. And the Rams, they're just They're just waiting for Nakua. And the Cardinals and Seahawks look like the only teams that are competing for that division right now, because I don't see the Rams or 49ers, the favorite teams to win that division, winning the division right now. It might be Seattle. We'll see. I am going to take the Bills here to win this game. They've been really really good for the past couple weeks. And I am going to take them in a close game, 28-23 to go into Seattle. It's pretty tough to play in Seattle, and they should be able to get the win there. And hopefully Seattle wins to keep the Bengals into being into a close AFC picture thing, whatever. Yeah, next game you got Panthers at Broncos. Why is this playing at 4:25? Just why? Just why, guys? The Panthers, Bryce Young is back. Yay! Boo. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. The Panthers are cooked. Not really much to talk about. Andy Dalton's getting benched now, and yeah, the Panthers got destroyed against the Commanders. They just cannot. They're just not a good football team right now. Taking on the Broncos, which actually looked pretty good against the Saints. Bo Nix played efficient football. The run game was efficient. The defense was really good, and the Broncos, they're starting to come along a little bit here. They're on to something. Uh-oh. Here come the Broncos. Broncos country. Let's ride. Maybe. We'll see. I am going to take the Broncos here. Not really much to talk about here. Broncos should be able to win this game. 27-0. I have a shutout here. This Panthers offense just sucks. Maybe Bryce Young learned something. Maybe he learned how to pass the ball more than 20 yards downfield. Other than that, don't think the Panthers are going to really do much, give them problems or anything. And that's pretty much it. Next game, you got Chiefs at Raiders. The Chiefs got DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, man. And Mahomes, he has not been playing excellent football recently, and they've desperately needed a receiver after Rashid and Pacheco getting hurt. And DeAndre Hopkins is actually a good fit for them. Yes, he's aging, but Mahomes, he's going to give him a lot of targets, and we're going to keep crying because they're going to have DeAndre Hopkins, Rashid Rice, Juju Smith-Schuster, Xavier Worthy. You keep naming receivers. They just grabbed a whole bunch of receivers, and now they're all names in the NFL. And that's sad. Meanwhile, the Raiders, yeah, the Raiders are pretty cooked. They got Desmond Ridder. Don't know if he's starting against the Chiefs. Either way, it doesn't matter. The Raiders are pretty cooked. Their offense is just gone. They lost Devontae Adams. Jacoby Myers, I don't even know if he's playing for this game. I don't even know where the frick bro is at. So, I am going to take the Chiefs to dominate here. I mean, Mahomes not playing pretty good football. Maybe defense gives him some problems. But even if that happens, I think Mahomes could start toying with the Raiders now. It's in Vegas. He's probably going to toy with them. Had some crazy formations against the 49ers. And they beat them in the Super Bowl rematch. So, 34-13, Chiefs win. Next game, you got Bears at Commanders. Bears. They were on a bye week after, what did they do that last week? Yeah, they were just getting healthy, honestly, after beating Jacksonville in London, and yeah, Caleb Williams honestly has came together. Cole Kmet had a really good game in I'm gonna call it Jacksonville because you know what? It's whatever. It's London, Jacksonville, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, other than that, the Bears are ready to play football again after the bye week. Going 4-2. They look decent now after Caleb Williams struggles in the first 3 weeks. And yeah, that's pretty much it to say about them. Meanwhile, the Commanders, Marcus Mariota playing in that game because Jaden Daniels has a rib injury. Hopefully that's not significant. And honestly, I don't know when Jaden Daniels is going to come back. I don't know if he's going to play for this game, or I don't know if he's going to be out. We don't know how bad his injury is. I've looked online. They've said he could be out for this game. He could return for this game. And either way, I don't know. The Bears defense has been really dominant this year. And honestly, I am going to take the Bears just not knowing what Jaden Daniels coming back. Either way, I'm pretty confident with the Bears winning this football game. Caleb Williams been playing pretty good football recently. 27-24 will be the score. Marcus Mariota, he can play good at sometimes. Maybe if he plays this game, he plays another good game. Maybe he wins it for him, but I don't know. This is kind of a pick-em game, because, you just don't know who's going to be at quarterback for the Commanders now because of injury-wise. So I am going to take the Commanders to win this football game, the Bears to win this football game 27-24. Next game, you got Sunday Night Football. You got Cowboys at 49ers. The Cowboys enjoying the Cowboys losing to the bye week 48-7. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nah, I'm joking. But the Cowboys, they had to get a bye week because they were done watching football. I mean, this team, the Cowboys' offense is just a mess. Their defense is a mess. The offensive line's a mess, and everybody's a mess on the Cowboys. They're just not having a rhythm here. And they really need to start a rhythm because they're taking on the 49ers, which have had their number for the past couple years. And, yeah, the 49ers, they're kind of banged up, though. The Cowboys have an advantage in this game. If the Cowboys want to win, they need to win now because the 49ers were very banged up. They just lost Ayuk for the season. Ricky Pearsall came back, though. Deebo Samuel had a sickness thing, or he had to go to the hospital for something. I think he's going to be playing for this game. Not too sure if he doesn't. That's another huge advantage. Juwan Jennings, I think, got a little banged up. Their defense, the 49ers defense has not been playing that good. Brock Purdy has not been playing that good. And, yeah, that's it. But, for this game, the Cowboys, man, this is a hard game to predict because the 49ers are so banged up. I just don't know if I can trust Brock Purdy. And the Cowboys, they're just so unreliable. Matter of fact, I'm just going to take the 49ers. Let's make it a safe bet. Kittle likes to cook the Cowboys. Maybe he does it again. Probably going to be a close game here. I'm going to take the 49ers 19-16. Maybe a field goal battle. Maybe like one touchdown for both teams. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Because I don't know what else to say about this. And that's just it. Because, this game, it's an injury battle. It's not an injury battle, but a inconsistent battle. Both these teams have been inconsistent this season. And I'm going to take the 49ers because they need this win more than the Cowboys. And yeah, that's just it for that game. And then the last game, you got Monday Night Football, which is only one Monday Night Football, thank goodness. You got the Giants at the Steelers. The Giants, yeah, they got destroyed by the Eagles. They're just crying right now because Saquon Barkley ran all over them on that game. Their defense looked bad. And that's pretty much it for the Giants. They're not a good football team. Malik Neighbors, I believe, did come back for the Eagles game. Which really didn't really make an impact, but I mean, he was basically the Giants' passing game. I mean, it's Malik Neighbors. He was the one that got them 3 points. Literally. He literally was the one that got them to the 3 points. Because Daniel Jones is just playing dookie water right now again. And he's just another inconsistent quarterback. Taking on the Steelers, which Russell Wilson looked very good against the Jets, which is not good for the division. I hope a downfall comes on him. And yeah, Russell Wilson, he played a really good football game against the Jets, which it just is not good here. Not good. And I mean, I've picked against the Steelers so much. I've got to take them here. I'm going to take the Steelers to win 21-10. Their defense probably going to give Daniel Jones a freaking heck back there. Who knows what's going to happen. I just don't think they're going to... I just don't think the Giants are going to do much against the Steelers. I mean, their offense has been pretty petty this year. They've been not good against the Steelers. Or not good against all the good defenses. And they've played pretty bad against the Bengals defense. Just saying. You let Burrow run with the wheels. And, yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. There is no bye week teams, by the way. Just going to put that out there right now. And we are getting through this prediction video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's try to aim for 12 likes. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, turn them on, and so you don't miss a video from me. Make sure you guys have a good day, and we'll see y'all for the next video. Peace out.